Okay, let's see. What's the update with Balenciaga? I heard that they're actually suing. They're trying to sue the art director. I feel like they're really scrambling to not take blame for the disgusting ad campaign. Controversial Balenciaga designer Denma Gvasalia dragging house down amid BDSM ad backlash. Yeah, this guy Demna Gvasalia was Balenciaga's creative director since 2015. Often wears a black fabric full face mask, especially when being that's weird. Now with backlash growing over the two controversial campaigns, Demna, as he is known, may need the mask to hide from a growing number of people in the fashion industry who said he's failing to take real responsibility for the fiasco despite an apology from the brand on Monday. One of the now notorious ads which have inflamed the internet features a sad-eyed toddlers and toting teddy bear handbags adorned with what looks like bondage gear. Another shows a lady like $3,000 Balenciaga Adidas hourglass purse next to a pot. This was the part that was so fucked up. Next to a pile of papers that included a Supreme Court document questioning if laws against the promotion of CP limited the First Amendment. Ugh. The business of fashion rescinded its global award uh, due to have been presented to Demna at the website's annual gala on Thursday, describing the Balenciaga images as wholly inconsistent with our values. But didn't I was listening to something this morning that the guy said that Balenciaga was there for every step of the way, signing off on every shoot, every detail. So I think they're just trying to make him the Fallout guy. Wowie. With backlash spreading over two controversial campaigns, one showing toddlers with bondage teddy bears and another featuring a legal document about CP. Insiders explain how this could happen. It was very detailed. Come on, they were in on it. Kim Kardashian, a Balenciaga brand ambassador who wore one of the designer's famous face masks to the 21 Met Gala, was hounded until she issued a statement. It was a non-statement. She didn't say she was out. She just is like, "I'm reevaluating my relationship with the brand." That's nothing. It was like a nothing statement. But one big question remains, how in the world could such bad taste have happened given the multiple layers of people who work on a fashion campaign? Ew. Wow, that's crazy. Whoever zoomed in and that's I wouldn't think to zoom in. I also think this bag is like totally unremarkable. And looks like something I would see at TJ Maxx for $20 and I wouldn't even buy it for 20. This is like very blah to me. But it's 3 grand. Wow. They zoomed in. Olga Liriano, who spent years in the fashion industry as a model booker, photo director, and top magazine editor, said it's ridiculous to think Demna was the top echelon at Balenciaga and didn't know what the campaigns. Oh, saying the top echelon didn't know what the campaigns were going to look like once they were photographed. The bear ad was shot by Gabriele Galimberti, who has said he was told the theme was punk. Yeah, okay. Oh, please, Liriana said. Demna doesn't put out one image that he hasn't approved. Demna is not only the creative director, he's driving all the imagery behind the campaigns. To blame a production company is nuts. And yet, last week, Balenciaga filed a $25 million lawsuit against North Six, the producers of the ad campaign that included the CP court ruling. Yuck. Yuck. Balenciaga creative director Demna Gvasalia has gotten too big for his britches, the way a lot of them have, said one fashion insider. A spokesperson for North Six hired to organize Balenciaga's 23 guard robe campaign with models including Nicole Kidman, Isabel Huppert, Bella Hadid, told the Post that it was ludicrous for the fashion brand to sue, as if it had been in the dark about the campaign. There's a dog in here. Oh, hi, Waffles. We're not talking about some Joe Schmo tractor company in Brooklyn. Hey, Joey Jojo. A source with knowledge of the situation told the Post, this is Balenciaga, where they have a top of the line team when it comes to line retouchers editors, everything. They're playing North Six for fools, throwing a summons their way and expecting people to believe the head of Balenciaga didn't know what was going on. The lawsuit threat looks like a performative stunt to distract from what really happened. If it is a stunt, it wouldn't shock veteran fashion industry insiders who say creative directors like Demna have long gotten away with dabbling in shock and trash culture. Yeah, Kim Kardashian wore something like this to the Met Gala, or is this her right here? Oh, it is. Oh, you couldn't tell because they're wearing a creepy total body burqa. How do you even see out of this thing? Maybe this is a good thing to wear if you're like, actually, I'm feeling fat and I can't figure out my makeup and I got a bad haircut. So I'll just wear this thing. Ugh. He's gotten too big for his britches, the way a lot of them have, said a Paris based fashion insider who has worked in the industry for 35 years. All these creative directors think they can walk on water and do no wrong. No one says boo to them. They're too scared. Now this guy is dragging the house down. It was one of the most elegant in the business, but now he has Balenciaga bringing out leather trash bags. It's scandalous to me what's happened to this house. The North Six rep pointed out that Balenciaga has only served the company with a summons, not an actual lawsuit, but in doing so has effectively smeared its name. Right. They had seen someone had noticed that this police tape was used in a different ad, and it was 2 A's. It was like Balenciaga, which is like, I don't know, some sort of a satanic god or something. I don't know. I think when you're, like, so hot like Kim Kardashian, you can wear literally anything, like, why the fuck would you wear this? Like, she looks like she was in a full body this looks like a full body cast. It looks like she was in a horrible car accident. Not good. North Six has a stellar reputation, and they've worked with Balenciaga in the past. The rep said they are in charge of production and logistics. North Six was not there when the papers and props and all the final arrangements were put together on set. They contracted out to the set designer, Nicholas Sanjardins, for that. But this isn't about throwing the set designer under the bus either. Are you chewing something? What the fuck are you chewing? What are you chewing? Oh, okay. All right. It's just a treat. She's just chewing a treat. Muffin wolfed down half of a peanut butter cup last night, and I was freaking out. I was freaking out. I thought she was going to get sick, but she's fine. So I'm just a little bit on edge about dogs chewing things in my room. Okay. But others said Demna and his team may be so insulated from the realities of the outside world that they may think they can get away with using companies they outsource to scapegoat. These houses are run by conglomerates and men and women in suits, Liriano said. They tiptoe around the creative geniuses because they don't want to upset their fragile egos. And Balenciaga under Demna has been very successful the past couple of seasons. There's no one reining anybody in. Hmm. Is this one of these like icky S&M bear purses? They did a fashion show in mud. Ugh, okay. A lot has changed in the great Paris fashion house since Spanish designer Cristobal Balenciaga founded his couturier, now owned by the giant conglomerate Kering in 1919. The rise of so-called fashion geniuses like Demna, 41, are enabled by the fashion press, industry insiders told the Post, reinforcing the Zoolander bubble that top designers and their teams live in. In the past 2 years alone, the New York Times has published fawning stories with headlines like "The Triumphant Rebirth of Balenciaga Couture." Balenciaga goes where fashion hadn't dared to go before, but yeah, should they? And the Year of Balenciaga, as well as a profile of Demna in its The Greats series. Oh, are you kidding me? Lord, look at that. He uses fashion to communicate the world at this time. Nicole Kidman said about Demna earlier this year, comparing him to filmmaker Stanley Kubrick. Stanley would always say to me, "Don't ever put me on a pedestal. Let me have bad ideas and make mistakes. Otherwise, we're done for." And here's a Sicily ad where it looks like they're snorting a dress. Um, Gross. This is insiders say no one wants to stick out their neck in the industry and point out questionable decisions like the choice to sexualize an underage Brooke Shields. Oh my goodness. How old was she here? Yikes. Okay. Because of the cult personality in fashion, photographers also are sometimes given the kind of creative control that no one questions because they're geniuses. And maybe why controversial photographers like Terry Richardson have been able to get away with questionable on-set behavior for decades because they're like divas. And whether it's an underage Brooke Shields for Calvin Klein or a waifish Kate Moss walking the runway or even models miming doing drugs for Sicily, fashion loves to push the limits of taste. People in the industry often want to push the envelope and be what they think is cool and edgy, but they don't think things through and nobody will tell them no, Lauren Cole, a veteran makeup artist and former Paris based model, told the Post. Who's this guy? Big Lebowski. Oh, no. Ugh. No one wants to see a man's toes. Set designer Nicholas Desjardins is named in a court summons by Balenciaga. Those working under anointed stars like Demna fear criticizing anything because they might lose their positions or be blackballed, insiders said. It seems so incestuous. Ugh. Oh, fashion. Cole, who has worked for some of the biggest photographers and fashion houses in Europe and the US, in front of and behind the camera, said the average fashion industry employee would not dare speak up or raise questions about a bondage themed teddy bear or the message seemingly sent by using a CP document in an ad. Ooh, when you have a high end job like that, you're not going to say anything to rock the boat because you'll lose your job. Sounds like something a pussy would say. Kanye West was also involved in Balenciaga's mud show, but the brand parted ways after his anti Semitic controversy. Good. He shouldn't be associated with them anyway. It's hand seemingly forced by social media and headlines. Exactly. They wouldn't have done any of this if people hadn't made a fuss on social media. Balenciaga released a Maya culpa in an Instagram post on Monday afternoon. I want to read what they said. Do, 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 do. Okay, so this came out a day ago. We would like to address the controversies surrounding our recent ad campaigns. We strongly condemn child abuse. It was never our intent to include it in our narrative. Yeah, but you did. The two separate ad campaigns in question reflect a series of grievous errors for which Balenciaga takes responsibility. The first campaign, the gift collection campaign, featured children with plush bear bags dressed in what some have labeled BDSM inspired outfits. Our plush bear bags and the gift collection should not have been featured with children. This was a wrong choice by Balenciaga, combined with our It's not that it's with the kids and the bear. A bear is a freaking thing for kids. The bear is dressed like it's gonna be in an S&M party. Plus the court documents from this a CP thing. You can't have all three of these things and be like, "Oops, how did this happen?" It's fucking gross. But I'm happy they're being called out. This was a wrong choice by Balenciaga combined with our failure in assessing and validating images. What's your job? What do you do? The responsibility for this lies with Balenciaga alone. The second separate campaign for spring of 23, which was meant to replicate a business office environment, included a photo. Gee, of all the papers to spread around for this office, we posed we picked a Supreme Court document that involves CP. Well, what are the odds? Included a photo with a page in the background from a Supreme Court ruling, United States versus Williams, 2008, which confirms as illegal and not protected by freedom of speech the promotion of CP. All the items included in this shooting were provided by third parties that confirmed in writing what these props were fake office documents. They turned out to be real legal papers, most likely coming from the filming of a television drama. What? The inclusion of these unapproved documents was the result of reckless negligence for which Balenciaga has filed a complaint. We take full accountability for our lack of oversight and control of the documents in the background, and we could have done things differently. While internal and external investigations are ongoing, we are taking the following actions. We are closely revising our organization and collective ways of working. We are reinforcing the structures around our creative processes and validation steps. We want to ensure that new controls mark a pivot and will prevent this from happening. This is all bullshit. We are laying the groundwork with organizations who specialize in child protection and aims at ending child abuse and exploitation. Laying the groundwork with organizations. What does that even mean? You send one email? Like, that's bullshit. That's meaningless. We want to learn from our mistakes and identify ways we can contribute. No, you don't. Balenciaga reiterates its sincere apologies for the offense we have caused and extends its apologies to talent and partners. Weak sauce. They're just flailing right now. They freaking out. Let's go back to the oh, was it this article that I was on or was it this article? Okay. We strongly condemn child abuse. It was never our intent to include it in the narrative. The brand pulled the ads and is now condemning the campaign, writing our plush bear bags and the gift collection should not have been with children. Is this the guy? Is this you? This is the photographer who shot the teddy bear ad, who was told the theme was punk. Ugh. Do you blame the photographer? No, I think I blame the company as a whole for not like looking at the final product and be like, oh, this is fucked up. Like, this person's probably just doing their job. Who knows? They could have told him like exactly what to do. Ugh. This was a wrong choice by Balenciaga, confirmed our failure in assessing and validating images. Okay. All right, I read that. Let's see. All excuses aside, some insiders believe it comes down to fashion's competitive need to be seen as provocative and constantly creating a new art form. They want to do something that's never been done before, Cole said, but everything's pretty much has been done before. Kardashian, yeah, this is in the comments here. Kardashian didn't actually condemn them. She hemmed and hawed and hopes she'll be described just as she is here, which allows her to appear to have cut ties without actually having to. Kardashian is sadly experiencing a crisis of conscience where there should be nothing to think about. When she says she's reevaluating her relationship with the brand, it just means she's telling them that the ambassadorship fees she charges are going to have to go up. But her only quandary is how much to squeeze in for. Yeah. This woman has enough money. It should not be a second thought. She should be like, bye. This is gross. I don't want my kids to grow up and know I was associated with you. This has been intentional from the very beginning. Everything is carefully curated, and everyone from the CFO to the parents on set knowingly and willingly participated. These people are spineless and craven. A quick search on stylists, artistic directors, and photographers will tell you all you need to know about this group. From Lotta V to Demna to the actors and actresses that provide countless opportunities for advertising to the film industry to the fashion magazines that feed into this specialization of children, you cannot notice its placement of props, wording, the name association in film and television. It's everywhere hiding in plain sight. People choose not to pay attention, but there is a huge segment of the world that lives for this, from AHS to Kubrick to Epstein to Tom Cruise to Nicole Kidman to Jack Nicklaus and many, many more. This is some comment. And many more. This is part of their bread and butter and their lifestyle. The parents and agents sign off because it's profitable and the manipulation tactics are easy. Desensitization, disposability, and indoctrination run this culture and industry. Those that can and should speak out for children won't because they worship money and material possessions over humanity. Facts. It is also a push from the LGBT community and also this Gen Z society that wants a federal age of consent of 4 years. What? So they can legally do things with kids, including their own kids. Gross. And don't think for 1 minute parents won't do things with their kids if they can get money from it for their drugs and other things that they will do in a heartbeat. Yikes. One such mother and father in Cincinnati got put away for life for doing things with their own children and a baby that was okay, that's really disgusting. Wow. Wow. They're just getting caught. They are getting caught, called on their bullshit. It's good. It's ultimately a very good sign that people are getting this angry about it. But it's also gotten to a place where it is so blatant that it's really hard to ignore. It's so obvious at this point. Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Come and get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.